Today, we're taking a look at the Gemilai G3006. I've been using this machine for a little over a week now, and I've completely fallen in love with it. I couldn't wait to share it with you all. At first glance, it looks like a prosumer-level machine, but in reality, it's priced at an entry-level range. Despite that, whether it's the sleek design or the brewing and steaming performance, this machine truly stands out among others in its price range. In this video, I'm going to show you all the details, pull some shots, and help you decide if this machine could be the right fit for you. First, let's see what's in the box. It came well packed, actually in 2 boxes. Inside, there's an accessories box that we'll check out in a second. Once I got the machine out, it had some heft, though it's not quite as heavy as the 3007L. My first impression, the design is sleek and modern. Now, let's take a look at the accessories. You get a quick start guide and a detailed manual. Here is the steam lever. It's stainless steel and feels quite solid, not flimsy at all. You need to screw it onto the steam valve on the side of the machine. Next, there's a 58mm portafilter, which has a universal design and the same quality as what we saw with the 3005E and 3007L I previously reviewed. There's also a scoop, a single-shot filter basket, and a blind disc for backflushing. The tamper has a stainless steel base and a plastic handle. There's also a screwdriver included. It's a solid set of accessories overall, though I wish it included a milk pitcher. Now, let's move on to the design and build quality. The first thing you notice is definitely the design. It's eye-catching and very different from most entry-level machines. Typically, at this price point, Espresso machines have that standard C-shape layout, the control panel in front and the group head below. But the G3006 has something that looks more like an E61 style metal brew group, a bold steam wand design, and buttons positioned on the top. There's also a large stainless steel lever on the side, giving it a prosumer vibe rather than an entry-level machine. On the left, there's an LCD for temperature and settings, and on the right, a pressure gauge. Gemilai even nicknamed it Owl, and from the front, you can kind of see the resemblance. There are 2 color options, the classic stainless steel or this cream white version I have here. Both have their charm, but I think this one looks pretty good. The body shell is mostly stainless steel, with plastic at the base and back. Overall, it's lighter than the 3007, but still feels solid. It has a removable 1.7-liter water reservoir at the back. The drip tray cover is super shiny, almost like a mirror, which gives it a more upscale look. There's a float indicator to let you know when it's full, though the capacity is a bit smaller. I especially like the toggle switch for powering it on. There's something really satisfying about it. There are 4 backlit buttons on top. And honestly, if they were all toggles, it would look even cooler. You have programmable single and double shot buttons. Simply press and hold the button until you reach your desired brew time, then release it, and it will save it for future brews. There's also a manual brew button. You press it once to start the pump, and press again to stop it. Lastly, there's a steam button. This machine also has a PID controller. You can long press the plus button below the LCD to adjust the brewing temperature, while long pressing the minus sets the pre-infusion time. It's similar to the 3007L, but the downside is that the pre-infusion is still just a waiting period, not a continuous low-pressure bloom. The default water volume doesn't always fully saturate the puck. The LCD also automatically times your shots and steaming, which is super convenient. Okay, let's talk about brewing. The G3006 is a single thermo block machine, unlike the G3007L, which has a separate boiler. This means the heat up time is faster. It's ready in about a minute. However, for a more stable brew temperature, there are 2 extra heating elements inside the group head, so I like to give it 4 or 5 minutes to fully warm up. Once it's there, the temperature stability is pretty solid, just like an E61, but it does need that extra time. Let's pull a shot and see how it does. I'm using my DF64V grinder, which allows me to fine-tune the grind size. and the basket holds about an 18 grams dose. For the first few times, you need to dial in your grind. I usually aim for a 25 to 30 second shot, yielding around 36 grams of espresso, a classic 1:2 ratio. If it pulls too fast, like under 20 seconds, I make it finer. If it's too slow or choking, I go coarser until I find that sweet spot. Then I tweak the temperature, dose, and extraction time to get the flavors just right. When the portafilter is new, it's a bit tight when locking it in due to the new plastic gasket. You can hold the machine steady while locking it, but definitely avoid using the group head for leverage since it gets very hot. It's also normal if you can't turn it all the way to center at first. After a few uses, it becomes easier. I use manual brewing and weigh the yield. The flow rate looks great, with rich crema. The pressure was a little high, around 11 bars, but it hit the desired brew time and worked well for my shot. People often ask when to start timing the shot. This is really up to personal preference. I like to time it when I start the pump, while my time more scale starts timing automatically when it senses the first drop. As long as the shot time is within range and tastes good, it doesn't really matter. It seems like I've hit the target yield and time. The coffee looks great, with authentic espresso texture and good flavor. I also tried back-to-back shots, and they were all consistent. The temperature stability was quite good, although it dropped slightly towards the end, but overall it's more stable than many thermoblock machines. Now, onto the steaming performance. This machine is very impressive. It has 2 steam holes, and as soon as you turn it on, it's powerful. In fact, the steam power here is the strongest I've seen at this price range. After brewing, you have to wait for it to heat up from brew temperature to steam temperature. Initially, you need to purge the water, then it becomes nice and dry. I love the long steam wand design. It gives me a lot of space to find the right angle, even with a larger, deeper milk pitcher. I steamed the milk in about 34 seconds. And the texture was fantastic, shiny, smooth, and not overly wet. If you like pouring latte art, you'll appreciate the silky microphone this machine can produce thanks to the steam power. There's also a 3-way solenoid valve that automatically releases pressure after brewing. When switching from steam back to brew, you can hit the brew button to help cool the machine and release any excess pressure. To sum it up, the Gemilai G3006 is a stylish machine with impressive brewing and steaming capabilities. It features stable temperature control, a well-designed group head for consistency, and steam power that stands out among single thermoblock machines. Definitely better than many other espresso machines at this price point. It's a solid high-value choice for anyone looking to elevate their espresso experience without breaking the bank. Hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions about this machine, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.